All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another fantastic edition of the Renatus J.A.M. My name is Jay Stark, and joining me as always is my fearless co-host,
Mr. Matt Snyder.
Mr. Matt Snyder with two T's.
Two T's.
Two T's.
Yep, don't go nowhere without that second T.
That's
Gotta
good.
have it.
Gotta have it, baby. Gotta love it. So I need to apologize first that we are coming on a little bit later than we had intended. We just got so enthralled in our conversation here that we're late. So I apologize.
Yep. Sometimes we always like to start before the pre-podcast.
Yeah,
we like to
the pre-podcast.
We like to just kind of, get into a discussion, a vibe maybe a little bit, Usually we try to make it lighthearted and good, and we went down a rabbit hole today.
I got an idea.
Yeah.
When you talk about something that's going to happen in the future, you can use the prefix for, like forethought, right? Thinking about something before.
Yeah.
What if we call it the forecast?
Oh, ba-dum-bum. Yes.
Whoa!
Yes.
I think I'm onto something.
I think you are.
The forecast.
The pre-forecast.
Not the pre-forecast.
No, it's
the
a
for
double-double.
Precast.
Yeah. So yeah, we
the double. Oh,
we went down quite just a discussion, and now we're here.
Yes, and we're happy to be here.
And we are happy.
We went down a little bit of a darker path, and we thought, what better way to get us back on track than to hop on the Renatus Jam, be with our people,
yes,
celebrate all the wonderful things that are happening
yes.
inside of Renatus, and
totally
go from there. So, Mr. Snyder,
yeah,
what's new and exciting?
Well, that's not one of the things that we talked about. Shoot.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about? I thought you were about to bring up something.
No, yeah, well,
gotcha. So
we've got a
Friday,
lot on the horizon, though.
Let's talk about
Jason
Friday.
Andrus coming into town.
Jason Andrus.
Yes.
Coming into town.
Talk about a ball of energy.
Yes.
A ball of positivity.
Positivity, right there.
I love that guy.
I do too.
Yeah, he's fun.
I appreciate his energy. I appreciate his enthusiasm. But I also really appreciate his experience. Mm-hmm. That's really what he comes to the table with, is not just all the happy energy that we all know and love him for, but he has so many years of experience investing in real estate, literally hundreds of transactions, thousands of homes that he has done the inspection on, done due diligence for, been able to plan on what strategy would really work the best for these different deals. And that's what he's coming to talk about, is due diligence on Friday.
And he's bringing the heat. I mean, the thing that I've wanted to see, because due diligence has always been, it's been a narrow scope, I guess, that we filmed that last class in. This time it's going to include due diligence for all types of transactions, which is so necessary.
We are going to broaden the scope.
Yeah.
Is broaden a word?
Yeah.
Did I use that incorrectly?
Widen. That's to broaden it. Yeah.
Okay. We are going to broaden the scope on due diligence.
So I'm looking forward to seeing his class.
Oh, me too. And Jason has been prepping for this class. I think you guys all remember that Jason was slated to do this class like 6 weeks ago, and wanted a little bit more time so that he could ensure that the class was as well-rounded as possible. Yeah. And I can't wait to see what he comes with.
Yep.
It's going to be awesome.
Me too.
It's going to be really, really good. So he's coming on Friday. That's June 28th. Now, next Monday, on the 1st of July, we have...
Holy crap.
What?
Next week is the 4th.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about the 4th. I'm not to the 4th. Man. I got a list here of things we're going to talk about. See, I got a little list.
Just realized that. That's all. For real. That's
Dude, he's
the
skipping
first
ahead.
Moment that I've
What am I going
to
do with this guy? He just skips on my list.
It just occurred to me that the 4th is next week. So I'm taking things a day at a time here, man. So, yeah.
One day
it's crazy because it feels like summer is going by very quickly. Time is passing
now
quickly.
That is 100% accurate. The month of June has just blistered by.
It has.
It's gone by so quickly. So
what's on July 1st?
On July 1st, we have the Founders Live with an opportunity to hear from yet another honored Renatus instructor, and that is none other than Cowboy Chris Wilson.
Yes.
He's going to be coming out. He's going to be talking about the landscape of the real estate investing world. It's really fun. Last week, or this couple days ago, I say last week.
Yeah, a couple days ago,
we had John McCants on the Founders Live.
Yep.
And John came out and just talked about how to find new information on your market, how to make your markets profitable, and it was fun because he was bringing current, relevant information to the table.
I love that he talked about, like, oh yeah, I've basically just started doing this as of this year.
Yeah.
Like January 1
right
forward, and that's an indicator. That's what I love about our instructors, is that they're actually actively out there doing real estate. And they're always changing things to meet the current market demands and what strategy is going to work the best right now.
Yeah. And he came out with a list of KPIs for his market that he could show what is happening in his market over time.
Yeah.
And I sat there and I looked at it and I go, man, this is an intellectual's playground.
It was.
Right
I was
here.
looking at all that data, just going, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Like, this is a really well put together, like, compiled, data set. So that's cool. That's cool.
It is cool. But this Monday we have Cowboy Chris Wilson coming out, and Chris is. Man, his experience is extensive.
Yeah, he's well more than 2 decades into real estate investing. Is he three?
I think
3 decades?
I think he's
years?
actually getting closer to 4.
Is he 4?
Richard.
These guys.
Richard, why?
It's just what they've done.
Gosh, dang it.
What did Richard say? That you're wearing a black shirt?
Yes, that's exactly what he said.
That doesn't surprise me.
You know what?
I haven't even seen it, but that's hilarious.
This shirt is black, Richard. Thank you for recognizing.
It is a black shirt.
The black shirt.
Mine, however, is gray.
His shirt is black as well.
If you're not following, you need to see last week's podcast to understand this week's joke. I mean, actually,
this insider joke. Yeah.
Look at the stream here and see.
So
on the YouTube comments.
Love you too, Mr. Stock. So here's the deal. We're having Chris come out. Chris has such an extensive experience, not just decades of personal real estate investing, but he's also been a broker for years and can talk about the thousands of deals that he has helped the broker over those decades. What's the shirt color for the recording on Friday?
Tell Jason we're black. that's
because we're back in black, baby.
That's right. AC/DC.
Yeah. So funny. All right. Chris Wilson on Monday, July 1st. That is at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. Be there live. I'm not sure if we're going to have time for Q&A, but if we do, you want to make sure that you are there so that you can get your Q's-A'd.
Get your Q-A'd.
You don't get Q-A'd, but get your questions answered. Anyway. All right. So speaking of Matt's realization of the date, which is something you wouldn't think would be revelatory on a podcast.
It just, again, time flies by. So what is it? The 4th is...
You know the only people that say that time flies are old?
I'm getting old, my
Yes,
friend.
you are.
It's
in fact,
Thursday.
This Friday, whilst Jason Andrus is in studio, Matt will celebrate yet one more full revolution around the sun.
One more. You know what, though? Everybody will.
No, just you.
Yeah, every day we celebrate another.
No. Don't get all technical on me. Don't do that.
That's years, not days.
Guy.
I do realize that the Earth spins, and it doesn't go around the sun every day.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, of course, though, it's flat. There's no argument there.
This is the worst science podcast I've ever listened to.
No, it's not.
Call me Neil deGrasse.
It's still better than the one Terrence Howard did on Joe Rogan.
Yes, it is.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What did Terrence Howard talk about?
Oh, nonsense.
Science.
The sound of color and stuff. Okay. I don't know.
Oh,
anyways, I might be offending some people who liked that podcast. I don't know. I mean, it was a great podcast. It was just It was just
Okay.
look, when you're gonna challenge everything we know about the universe, you better come with some pretty hard data. I think that's the way I feel about it. So
Okay. Let's move on, shall we?
yeah, if you don't know, if you haven't seen it, now you got to go back and see it, and you'll go, okay, all right, let's see what Matt's saying.
Okay. Here's the
right.
deal. We are not. Matt's birthday's on Friday. We're going to celebrate him.
Yes.
Take it. Next, July 4th, the birthday of our country is coming next week on Thursday. Now, if you're anywhere near Centerville, Utah, join us as Renatus will be proudly represented in the 4th of July parade in Centerville, Utah.
Woo. Yeah, that's going to be cool.
We're actually going to have the oh man, I forgot what number they are. Are they the 319th?
1 times 1 is 2.
No. The F-114s out of Hill are actually going to fly over the parade.
Okay.
Hill is an Air Force base here local to northern Utah.
It is.
It's called Hill Air Force Base, and they have a division of F-116s.
Oh, is that what you're looking for? The F-116?
No, I was looking for their squad number, the squadron.
I don't know.
It's like the 319th division or something
cool.
like that.
Okay. The airmen
of
the
that one.
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it is cool when
It
those
is
jets
cool.
fly overhead.
And they rumble.
They're loud.
Love it.
I want a jet. One day.
Okay.
Dreams.
It's, you know what? YOLO.
Yes.
So on the 4th, which is a Thursday, the offices will be closed.
Okay.
And because we really enjoy celebrating time with family, friends, and assorted others, we are taking the 5th off as well. Which means on the 4th, on the 5th, both days, the home office will be closed.
Yep.
They are the 388th Fighter Wing.
There it is, 388th. I knew it was 3 something. I couldn't remember. I thought it was 319, but 388. The 388 Fighter Wing.
That'll be cool.
Yes, it's going to be awesome. Aaron won't be on our truck that day.
Why?
Aaron.
Why, Aaron?
Why, Aaron?
I was given a letter and verbally told I was not allowed. So I just took that as not welcome.
That's not true. That is not true at all.
Yeah.
He is very welcome.
I will be flying with the 388th in formation.
Wow, more lies. Web of lies on this podcast today. First talking about how the world is flat, and now Aaron is a fighter pilot. I don't even know what's going on. All right, so the 4th and 5th, we are off. The offices are closed and celebrate Eagle soaring. The next up is July 9th, which is the birthday of Mr. Bob Snyder.
That's right.
Which was intended to be the official launch date for Saladio. Keyword was. Is no longer. Past tense.
Well, we got stuff to do.
We got stuff to do. We have things that we want to accomplish before the launch is made formal.
Yeah.
Therefore, the launch has been delayed, or we have experienced
a failure to launch.
A failure to launch.
Yep, we have, but that won't stop us from launching.
Nope, it won't. And it won't stop us from progressing. It won't stop us from continuing to create. In fact, even as recent as today, we had new filming being done for new content being created for Saladio, and it's incredible.
Yep.
I hope that you brought an extra pair of socks, because yours are going to get knocked off.
Yep. Or just don't wear any at all so you don't lose them.
That's Matt.
Wear sandals.
Do you know why I always take a second pair of socks with me when I go golfing?
I just assumed that's because you knew you'd be in the mud at some point.
No, it's just in case I get a hole in one.
But dad jokes. So dumb. Yes.
Do you know who designed...
It's more likely you're going to end up in the mud.
Do you know who designed King Arthur's table?
No.
Circumference.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, I'm sorry. I apologize. That will be my last bad dad joke for the next 60 seconds. So, On July 9th, we will not be celebrating the official launch of Saladio, but instead we'll be postponing that for a later date. So more coming on that, but just know that we are working vigorously in the background, not just with everything that we're creating, but everything that is coming, all the developments that are being done right now in Saladio. Just wait. It's going to be incredible.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, at that point in time, you really shouldn't wear socks because they will get blown off. It's going to be awesome.
Wear flip-flops.
Flip-flops.
Yep.
I want to talk just a little bit. The Leaders Retreat. We've been talking about it for a little while now. It's coming up sooner than later. I am ridiculously excited for it. We have over 300 people that are going to be there with us at the Leaders Retreat in the Dominican Republic. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about some of the best experiences that you've had while at the Leaders Retreat. I want to share a couple that I've had because, man, I don't know if I can correctly emphasize just how incredible the Leaders Retreat in the past have been and how much better this one is going to be.
Yeah, this is going to be nuts with how many people are coming. I don't think I've ever been to one with this many people.
No, I don't think we've ever had this many people at one.
Yeah.
And 300 is a low estimate. It's actually going to be more.
You think we'll get past that?
We've got somewhere right around 360 people registered currently.
Oh, my gosh.
But there's always things that shift a little bit as we get closer.
Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah, we've got quite a few people that are going to be there.
I wonder, what is the DR a bigger draw for people?
Maybe.
Or, are people,
I can tell you, last year, when we did our little... we did the mastermind with all of the people that was it the first 20 people that registered?
I believe so.
I think it was the first 20 people that registered.
Or 25.
Or maybe 25.
Think it was 25.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
With the first 25 people that got registered for the Leaders Retreat that we hosted last year, we're invited to a very special mastermind with me, you, Bob, Woody was there. We had a bunch of all the PAC members were there. And Bob asked the crowd, he said, hey, where do you guys want to take the Leaders Retreat next year? And the number one response by not even a little bit was Punta Cana. Everybody wanted to go back to Punta Cana. And so I think that might be part of the draw is everybody is super excited to go to the Dominican Republic.
It must be. But as far as Leaders Retreats go, to even pick a favorite memory, I don't know if I could. There's so many good ones.
Let's talk about some of the adventures we've had.
Okay.
Whether it is the...
sinking a boat.
Yeah, right? Whether it's the jet boats that we took crazy out in the ocean and sank them.
And those boats, it was crazy. I didn't know that we were going to sink the boat. It's a special boat. It's a special boat that has a special brake that you're out in the ocean and you're pretty, we're bouncing on these waves. And then all of a sudden, they just hit the brake, which brings the nose down and it goes underwater. And water comes over the front of that boat at such a ferocious rate.
You're going like 45 miles an hour when they dip this thing in the water.
We were going, I did the math. I don't remember the kilometers per hour that the speedometer said, but we were going 40 miles an hour when they hit the brake, which is really fast on choppy ocean water.
Oh, yeah. But then when you have choppy ocean water coming over the top of the boat at you.
Yeah, you do slow down a bit while that nose is coming down and then it dips. But oh my goodness. It hit me and my eyes were open because I was not ready for this. I did not know this was going to happen.
This is why we love Mexico right here.
Oh,
because this guy that was driving the boat turns around and says, all right, everybody, are you ready for submarine?
Yeah.
But he said it with enough of an accent that I'm not sure any of us understood what he was saying.
I had no idea what he was saying, but still, submarine, you don't think you're out on a speedboat. You don't think we're going to sink this thing.
This is the kind of boat where we're literally pulling 360s in the water, right?
Yeah.
At 30 miles an hour. We're flying doing these 360s.
We're whipping around, doing all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we're underwater. That was really cool. It was fun though. Like, the boat. So, they sink the boat and there's, like, I'm sitting on the outside of the boat or the far edge of the boat. There's an armrest with a bar. Well, that was completely underwater and my butt was probably 6 inches off the seat. I'm floating. I'm floating in the ocean and the boat has left me. Okay. And I legitimately thought it's good that we're close to shore because I could see the shore, and I was like, I guess we're swimming to it. Like, I legit thought that something that was not supposed to happen happened. And then all of a sudden, I mean, it happens quite rapidly. The boat just starts to come up and pop back up.
I think they must have pumps in the boat that like suck the water out of the cabin of the boat or something.
They have to.
But yeah, we just kind of right back up.
We did, and then the water just drains out.
And the engine was still running the whole time.
The whole time.
So
and then we did it again. So I mean, it was really fun.
Yeah, way fun. Going to Eshkare, going to Savage.
What was the last? Oh, it was Savage. The last place that we went to last year. That place, with the big ropes. What is it called? You're like Supermaning through.
Oh yeah, so they have those. They had the zip lines.
Zip line. It was a zip line. So yeah,
they had
you're
the zip
laying
lines.
Down.
They had the ropes course.
Yep.
They had the river, the whitewater rafting.
The whitewater rafting was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We had a good time. I went down that river. Probably something between 6 and 8 times. I don't remember exactly, but boy, we had so much fun doing that. There was a lot. There was a lot that you could do at this place. But I also really like now I'm talking about Excare, but the caves that you'd swim through.
The cenote caves that they.
There's
I don't think they built them. I think they actually just utilized caves that were already there.
Yeah,
right?
if you look up, like, Cancun has the most amount of underwater caves over anywhere else in the world. There's something like 1,500 miles of underwater caves.
Yep.
It's insane. People go there to cave dive. They come from all over the world, but you can swim through a lot of these because there's there's
cave's
air
not, in them.
The cave's not completely submerged.
Yeah.
Well, I had a lot of fun at all of these. I mean, gosh, doing the razor running in Cabo, and I can't remember who it was. Somebody rolled theirs. It was so funny because
was it Umair?
No, it wasn't Umair. But we went on one run. We did an hour, and they had governors, and they wouldn't let us go fast or do anything fun, basically, because they've got liability, and apparently laws have made it down to Mexico. Totally ruined in that country. And I'm joking, but the second time around, like, we were all done, and there was a little bit of disappointment in the group, and Bob Tierney wasn't having none of that. He was like, nah, my people, they're not coming out here and having a bad time. That's not going to be okay with me.
Yeah.
After a backdoor negotiation that took place, a behind, or I guess it was like a back room negotiation that took place. Bob Tierney just comes out with the two managers of the place. They're the ones that ran this place. It was like a giant rental place. It was huge with hundreds of rental machines. So, but he came out and they were like, "All right, we're gonna go again," and they let us do whatever we dang well wanted, and it was epic. And that's when the machine got rolled, which was really funny because originally they're like, no, we have to have rules in place because, it's dangerous and you might roll. And we're like, nah, we're fine. We got this, And then we go out with the rules and roll. So,
nice.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So, man, I'll never forget floating down the Panama Canal.
Yeah.
Going down and going through the locks in that whole system. That was incredible. Trying to think of some of the other ones. Oh man, when we did the snorkeling in Cancun, that was insanely cool.
Off the catamaran?
Yeah.
Dude, and the whales. There was a mama and a baby whale that we were just sitting there watching that was surfacing and going up and down, and then there were dolphins that literally, the catamarans, the way that they are, they've got two what is that? It's like a houseboat. If
No,
you've been to
hang
Lake
on,
Powell,
hang on. It'll come to me. They're called. What is it?
There's 2 points of contact with the water
it's
on these
gonna
boats.
bug me.
So you've got like an empty hole in the middle. Hole as in Hull, I think. Anyways, I don't know. I'm not a boat guy. Sorry.
I'm not a boat guy.
Yeah, people are there. I'm sure there's people that are like, oh, Matt, But anyways, there's 2 kind of posts, if you will, that are touching the water, and there's a gap in between. And there's a net out front of this boat that you can actually stand on. So you can just see the water as you're cruising around in this giant boat. It's like yacht-sized boat. Well, there were a whole pack or herd. I'm really sounding terrible.
Yeah,
of dolphins. There was
bit.
a big group of dolphins.
Pod.
Thank you. A pod of dolphins. But there was probably like 20 or 30 dolphins that were just, like underneath the boat. And I'm standing on this net just watching dolphins it was so cool.
Man,
We're cruising along, by the way, at probably about 15 miles an hour. So like
they're keeping
cruising.
up with us.
Yeah, they're it was so cool. They were just having so much
I
fun.
cannot remember
And
what
then all
those...
the turtles,
Oh,
so the dolphins go away.
Don't talk about the turtles.
It was turtle mating season.
Oh my gosh!
And
He's
apparently
talking about
the bay that we're in
Why
is
are we
where
still
all the
talking about
turtles.
turtles?
Jay apparently is concerned about this topic, which is weird. I find this interesting that you're so shy about this topic. You've got 6 kids.
I'm not shy. It's just not the content for the podcast.
Okay. All right. Oh
man,
the turtles. It was a National Geographic.
There you go.
Kind of
Esque moment.
I guess. So yeah,
that's funny.
but it was really cool that there were so many turtles from all over the world that come into this bay.
As incredible as all of these experiences have been, and as incredible as I'm sure this coming one will be when it comes to that, the most meaningful experiences that I've had have always come in connecting with the individuals that are there.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. I remember that boat ride. As a matter of fact, I sat with Greg Kimball, and we just sat and talked for a great portion of that boat ride coming back, and that was really neat. That was cool.
Hey, were you talking about a catamaran?
Yes.
A catamaran is the boat, but what are the stupid things underneath the catamaran called?
Pontoon?
Pontoon!
Thank you. Yes.
Sorry.
The pontoons. Yes.
I was in the Navy as well, so if you guys have any naval questions, just ask me.
Thank you.
That's never mind. So pontoons. That could not think of that word to save my life.
Yes.
Anyway, but as we were on that catamaran going out, we had like 3 of them on this particular excursion, and Bobby T goes up to the captain and actually took over the audio on the catamaran and started playing all of the theme songs from the national conferences. He had like a playlist of them.
Oh wow,
dude!
I wasn't on that boat.
awesome.
Dang it, that's cool.
It was awesome.
That sounds cool.
And then me being crazy, I did like a backflip off the top of the dumb thing. It was huge. It was so much fun.
Dang, I missed that too. But we had so much fun just snorkeling through there.
Oh yeah,
because we went to this bay and you could just go snorkel around, and it was so fun just being with everybody. And
yeah, good time.
Yeah, it was.
Good time.
It was really fun.
But
it's always fun hanging with everybody.
But as cool as that has been, it's all about the connection with people.
Sure
right?
is.
It's all about being able to brainstorm, mastermind, build relationships, renew relationships.
Or have an illegal water fight in the pool after it's been closed on a stack of chairs and lounge chairs.
Why do you do this to me, man?
The amount of leaders retreats, I'm just now like going through all of them, and there's so many that it's like,
dude,
man, we had so much fun.
How?
The one that burned down while I was trying to eat my cheeseburger.
Oh my goodness,
Richard
there's
will know
a
about
story
that one.
for you.
That's a whole story.
If you want the very epitome of the definition of hangry, just play back that experience for Matt, because He hadn't eaten all day. He's been traveling. He finally gets to the hotel.
Well, I'm up at like
they sit inside of the
4:30.
cafe.
Yeah.
They order their food, and then right as the food's about to come
here's
out,
what
like
you gotta
can
know,
see it
okay?
staged on the
Here's
shelf.
what you got to know, though, is I was up at like 4:30 that morning, and we were trying to catch food in the airport before we left, and I didn't get anything of substance because we couldn't get a sit-down restaurant or whatever. And so I ate like a pack of nuts and probably a protein shake, something like that, right? And then we get on the plane, and I'm like, well, we're going to Mexico, so like there's got to be lunch served. Nope, there wasn't.
No lunch.
Crackers and, a soda or whatever they give you. And then, so I'm starving. By the time we actually get to Mexico, it's like 4 p.m. at this point, or probably about 4 p.m. Get to the airport. And then it took us just forever to get our bags, to get to the taxi that's going to take us, and then get to the hotel. And I'm like, I need food right now, so like, where's good? And they're like, oh, well, you can go to this place, it's fast, it's burgers, and they'll just cook you up something pretty quick. We sit down, I order my food. 30 minutes later, I still don't have my food. I'm dying. It's like 6:30 at this point.
Oh man.
And
Definition
I haven't eaten all
of
day,
hangry.
but like there's been I've kept feeling, the problem is I kept feeling like there's food around every corner all day, and there wasn't. Those like dreams where you like are in a fight but you can't punch? It was like that, but with food. And
you're being chased but can't run away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like one of those, right? And so I kid you not, I'm watching what is that behind the kitchen where it's like a tray, like
It's just from a staging counter.
The staging counter or whatever.
Yeah.
And I see my order, make it up there, and I'm like, oh. Like, I was tempted to just go up and get it myself because I was like, I'm not even going to wait for the waiter. I'll just go back there and grab it because I'm starving. Well, it was right at that moment that all of a sudden panic ensues. The staff is whispering to each other and then running like out to grab people, literally physically grab people and take them out of the building. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, is this like a cartel takeover? Like, what's going on? Like, I have no idea. We're in Cabo, right? Like, who knows? I don't know. I've never been there before. I don't know but like these guys, I can see the panic on their faces. So I know that this is not a drill, okay? And, of course, our waiter grabs us, rips us out, like, no, you got to go. And I'm like, oh, I want my food. No. And he, like, literally is physically pushing me as we go out the door. And I get out the door and turn around and realize the building's on fire. So I didn't get to eat there that night. We had to go. We went back to the room, and they were like, well, where do we go? And then we found another restaurant on the list and that didn't burn down, and we went there.
That didn't burn down.
But by this time, it's like 7:30 at night, and of course, it's like another wait to get
I
in.
love this.
So it was a real process.
This is a great story.
Potentially the only negative experience I think I've had on any of these trips, which is saying so much.
I could remind you of one other unhappy moment.
Maybe the drone stuff in the airport.
Well, no,
That was more of a discomfort, or just frustrating
I was just
for
thinking
me.
last. I don't want to get into it. Last year, your wife was a little ill, and that was not fun.
Sure. Yes.
And anyway.
I said for me, Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm just kidding.
So sorry.
No, yeah.
But there have been such incredible connections because
yes.
as much as I am sure that, never mind, I won't say that. But as much fun as we've had, it is so cool to be able to hang out in a pool and be able to connect with people from all over the country.
Oh yeah,
and do
the
it
water volleyball. Takes place is so much fun every year. There's a group.
But you're always in a relaxed environment.
Yep.
Everybody's there to have a good time.
Yep.
Everybody shares their stories, shares their thoughts, their successes, their failures, what they've learned, and it is so inspiring. And for me personally, it's like a shot in the arm, as far as reminding me why we do what we do.
Oh, it's so incredible. For me, I'll meet people. I didn't know their name. I've never seen their face. I've never met them before. You know, and I say seen their face, like not even on a leaders board or nothing. Like I just haven't ever seen their face. Didn't know they were a part of Renatus until they told me.
Right.
And then I find out the story behind it, like, and find out that their life has been completely changed. You know, that they've got 6 rentals and they've got this and they've got that. And I'm like, holy crap, that's so cool.
Phenomenal.
It's like the impact.
And that's got to be my favorite part is getting, because you have time at the leaders retreat to connect with people. You have time.
Yeah, it's not like
to
nationals
sit down.
where you're just running the whole time.
Nationals, it's like training to training to training to training to go to sleep so you can wake up early and go to training to training to training. At the
which
leaders
has its
retreat,
value, but like,
it does.
The
incredibly
leaders retreat is just,
it's so chillaxed that you get to actually have time to connect with people in a very real way.
And these all inclusives are nice because you'll find people on your way down to the restaurant, like, hey, you want to eat with us? And everybody just gets together. But you know, there's times it started out me and my wife, and then by the time we get to the restaurant, there's 8 of us. You know, and so it's like it's cool.
Yeah, I love it. And I, you know, every year Bob puts together a training that we do for, 4 hours. Yeah. I think is what he kind of aims at. And the joke has always been that
it's
4
5.
hours.
It usually turns into 5.
But it's the joke is always that, 4 hours is the minimum for you to be able to write off the entire thing as an expense for your business.
Yes.
But the fact of the matter is there have been some truly life-changing trainings that I can remember from those leaders retreats.
Oh yeah, we got Yas Hawk up there last year. That was epic.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
That was fun.
There was just so many that were impactful trainings that I've seen or been a part of, and just really was you're right. This year it's so good, you guys.
This year going to the Dominican Republic, my favorite leaders retreat that we've gone to has been in the Dominican Republic at Punta Cana. And we're going back.
It's cool. I've never been.
So it is
that one.
Awesome. It's awesome.
Cool.
And so I'm looking forward to it.
Why was it your favorite? What
So the beach was gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I'm not a sit and hang out on the beach kind of guy.
Right.
I go to the beach, I enjoy the beach, and I'm off. But this beach was gorgeous. Second, the people were the nicest people I have ever met anywhere in the world as a collective.
Really? Because I've had really good experiences in Mexico.
I have too.
Huh.
We did a tour while we were in the DR where we drove Mini Coopers actually around the island, right? Around their half of the island. And we went to an amphitheater. We went to like a cigar factory. We went to... I'm trying to think. We went to another little like German village thing. Anyway, the Dominican Republic is where Columbus landed, and so there's a lot of history there as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay. Yeah. And so anyway, we went around and did this tour, and everywhere we went, literally everywhere we went, we would wave at people and they would wave back. And they were happy. Like, oh, hey, and it was just an incredible experience. That's cool. Really, really was. And then we went and did a little, this is going to sound so dumb. We did a little booze cruise. I don't drink. And so for us, it was just going out into the ocean and having a good time. But then anyway, we just had so much fun, and the people were so welcoming and relaxed. I mean, we'd go down on the beach, and I remember Eric Counts buying empanadas from guys down on the beach, and
aren't those like those little bananas? Is that what an empanada is? An
empanada is like a little breaded. It can be filled with something sweet or savory, but it's like a little breaded treat that you can eat, and this guy was selling fresh empanadas, and
cool.
Anyway, it was amazing. Everything in the DR was just amazing.
Well, we're going back.
Yes, we are. And I'm ridiculously excited for it. So, like we've been saying for the last couple of weeks, if you aren't already registered for the Leaders Retreat and you want to join us and are qualified to come, make sure that you just click on the link to get the contact information on the homepage of the Renatus back office. So in the lower left corner, if you click on the details link, you're going to be able to see the contact information for Carol Allegre. Reach out to her, get in contact with her, and see if you can't get on the list. I know she's got a waiting list of as soon as rooms open at the hotel. We have almost tripled the original room block, and so they were not prepared for as many people as we're bringing.
We were not prepared for as many people as we're bringing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But if we get enough people on the wait list, then we might actually open up a room block at the sister hotel that's on the same property but is not directly connected to it.
That would be
and
great.
And so we're trying to see what we can do there. So if you're interested in joining us and are not yet are registered for it or have the reservation, then reach out to Carol and get on the list, and let's see what we can do to get you taken care of. Cool. But this retreat really is an opportunity to grow yourself, to grow your business, to renew your commitment, or to renew your motivation as to why you're doing what you're doing, and just to get refreshed.
And I hope that somebody starts a water volleyball game.
I think you and I should do it. Me and you.
They're fun.
We got it.
Yep.
Get a volleyball going down there, and we'll
get
just
a net going. And
I should warn you though, in water, I'm much more agile than on land.
Okay. Well, you're actually very agile on land. So I've played volleyball with him, and he can hold his own. He's good.
Good times.
So,
but join us at the leaders retreat. I don't know why I can't say that very fast. Leaders retreat. There we go. I just had to put the right emphasis on it.
Okay.
So be at the leaders retreat.
Looking forward to it.
All right. I think that's a wrap for this week. Next week, do we have a guest on with us?
Not as of the moment.
Not as of the moment.
The hope is that will change over the next week.
Yes. If you are a patriotic, loving member of the Renatus community and want to be featured on our podcast, reach out to us through the customer service email, customerservice@myrenatus.com. We'd love to have more stories on here. We love getting to know our community. So don't forget, the reason why Renatus rocks is because of the people who are associated with us. That includes every single one of you and Aaron and everyone else. We love Renatus because Renatus rocks. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week.